Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Two Guys Talking Booze. This is Alex Montague, and I'm here with Rick and John, and I can't wait to talk a little bit today about IWA Sake.
I'm so excited. First of all, Mr. Montague, Alex Montague, he is a wine connoisseur. This is our first actual alcohol professional. He's a collector of wines. He's a local Miami celebrity. In 2021, Wine Spectator did an article about one of his dogs. He's got 7 dogs. So it was absolutely incredible.
Seven.
Lucy Bella, who has now passed. And I was going to bring it up, but I thought it was so incredible that not everyone has a dog that gets, put on Wine Spectator. You can find him on Instagram at Alex Fine Wine. So welcome, sir.
Well, welcome. Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me. I'm excited.
Valerie Kamada, thank you so much for introducing us and for having him come on the show. I've been so excited about this, having a professional, someone that actually does the whole sniffing and it smells like what it's supposed to smell like, instead of just reading and going, that doesn't smell like toasted bananas, where it probably does. Alex,
you've glorified it way too much, but that's okay.
You are a member of the Commanderie de Bordeaux.
That is correct.
You are a member of the Confrerie des Chevaliers du Tastevin.
Correct, and well pronounced.
Which about Burgundy wines, and you are an ambassador for Folio Wine. You gave me your little card. Folio Wine, Rare Champagne, and for IWA Sake. Is it IWA Sake or IWA?
IWA or IWA.
I missed both of them.
You're good.
That's all right.
That's all right.
That's amazing.
It is.
And what are we doing today?
Today we're going to talk about IWA Sake that I brought a bottle of. It's the Assemblage 5, so that means there have been 4 prior to this one.
Okay.
And soon to be released a Reserve, which has a lot of the different vintages blended into it. So we're going to talk a little bit about sake and a revolution in sake.
I love it. So this is our first sake, 112 episodes of the Two Guys Talking Booze, and we finally hit a sake. Can we pose with that bottle together, the two of us?
Please.
Excellent. I take a picture, and that's the board for that thing.
Love
So there's a huge story behind the IWA.
Yeah, let me give it to you quickly. Richard Geoffroy, a gentleman that for the last 30 years was the chef de cave of Dom Pérignon champagne, the great champagne of the world. He is a master blender. You must be a master blender to blend all the different grapes to come up with the tête de cuvées of these great champagne houses. So after 30 years of making champagne, he decided he needed to expand again. And he just has to keep growing, and he wants to keep growing. He just can't stay stagnant. And so he moved to Japan and said, and he lives in France still, but he went to Japan and said, I'm going to do something they've never done in sake. I'm going to blend sake. You're going to ask me the question, what do you blend in sake? Well, you blend, there's different rice styles, there's different yeasts, there's different mold, there's different waters, there's just many different factors. There can be 20 to 100 different factors in the blending of making a great sake. And it's something like, again, they've never done. They were very traditional. But I make a saying with this, and this is my saying with it. I say, it's born a tradition, but blended to perfection. Because that's what he is. He's a great master blender. And so we're going to get a chance to taste this Assemblage 5. And I think you're going to say, and by the way, I love wine, I love champagne. That's my bailiwick. But I never loved sake until I had this sake. And when I had this sake, I went, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And so now we're going to try something just totally incredible that he has produced, And I want to see what you all think.
I love it. Well, the worst part of this is that we're starting with the best sake we'll ever have on the show. So after this, every other additional sake is going to be compared to this sake, and it's going to be a mess. So first of all, thank you for that. It's so wonderful to have someone that knowledge. And Richard is a friend of yours?
He is. He's a close and personal friend. I've known him for a couple of years now, and I help represent him at this point. And many of his other projects, but
cool.
When I tasted this and sat with him, and I've known his Dom Pérignon champagne for years and years, been tasting it.
I've heard of it.
And by the way, still his champagnes, because they age for 10 plus years before they're released, the champagnes that are still coming out of Dom Pérignon were the ones he produced. Still to this day are coming out as well. So,
do you remember when sake first hit like America? And I'm talking, I'm older.
Me too.
Yeah, like in 2000, I remember the first time I had a sake was in Las Vegas, and it was hot. Do you remember, like, all the sakes were hot, and that was the thing, and you were like, oh, this is so gross. And now, I mean, they have it. This one you serve room temperature, but sometimes they do cold. It's different temperature.
But I think that's a great point you just made, because sake changes with temperature. Oh. So the colder the sake is, it tightens up. Mm-hmm. And as the warmer it gets, it starts to bring out its aromas and gets sweeter as it gets there. So we'll serve this usually at a, if it's for dessert and we're doing something sweet, we'll serve it warmer. And you'll see the change. This bottle will change. I saw your rum episode. It was fantastic. but that'll stay the same.
Right.
And every time you change the temperature from cold to warmer to warmer to warmer, you will get different taste profiles in here, and it will change. And by the way, I've said this earlier, I want to say it again. Whatever you taste is right.
Okay.
When you taste this, because it's individual. I always have said this in wine tasting and everything else. You hear these technical words, it can turn you off, and you say, I didn't detect
toasted
banana or something like that in there. I tasted something special. It's what you taste. That's important, and that's the right answer. Yeah,
because we have individual taste buds that are going to be triggered, genomics. So that's totally different. That's fantastic. Well, I'm excited about trying this.
So I want you to try this. So let's pour a little for you.
Okay. Great.
There you go.
That'll be for John.
There you go. There you go, John. Also, I have another special guest.
That's right. We have a Brazilian influencer in the studio, and I'm
gonna have her take a taste of it too while we're sitting here.
Thank you.
So, first of all, what color would you say this was? There's like a pale yellow, right?
It's. But I think the room does that. If you put it out, it does have a little bit of yellowish in it, but it's pretty clear. But
what
you're
do you
right.
think?
But you get a little bit.
This is special.
Yeah, it is. Wow, and that's the expression we get every time anyone tastes it.
Wow.
Because you've never had a sake that tastes like this. I mean, it is blended to perfection.
Wow. It's beautiful.
In there. And
you've been to Komodo, right, in Miami?
I have.
Okay.
Yes.
They have one of the few sake sommeliers there. And he came and we spent a good amount of time talking to him, and we bought, we were going to buy one bottle, and he said, listen, I'm going to talk to you about getting this other bottle, and wow, we were blown away. So we're very excited. So we'll say, so you're saying the color changes. You would say not
no, the color is what you described. It has a little bit of
a yellowish,
but I look at it because I see some yellow in the room.
Okay.
But and the lighting is different, but yeah, it's got a little bit of a yellowish, but it's clear. It's pretty clear.
Very clear.
Very clear and well taken care of. So it is the highest grade of sake. They have grades, 4 grades in sake, and how sake is made is they polish the rice first, and the rice, you take a grain of this rice and you polish it, and to get it to the grade, it only leaves 35% of the rice each time it's polished down. So you need a lot more of that rice, obviously, to do that. So he uses 3 different rices. He uses multiple molds and yeast. He thinks there's 5 characters to this. He thinks it's of the blending. He looks at the yeast, the mold. He looks at the water. He looks at the quality of the rice, and finally he calls it harmony, the fifth element, which is putting everything together.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now it's koji mold, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly the word for mold.
Right.
Koji.
Oh, so koji is the Japanese word for mold.
Well, it's a
Was it
way to
specific
describe because there's many different molds. And by the way, he doesn't just use Japanese molds and yeasts. I mean, the mold is natural to the area, but he'll use different yeasts from different areas to get different taste profiles. So think about this. Think about this blending. If you have 3 different rice styles, you have multiple yeast styles, you have multiple vintages that you're blending, you have the water. Think about multiply all those numbers.
How do you get the consistency?
And that's what a master blender does every year, because that's the key. Dom Pérignon should taste like Dom Pérignon every year, with some minor adjustments to climate and what happened in the vintage. But overall, and by the way, each of these assemblages have changed over time in taste. What do you all taste in here? What do you think?
So let's smell it first before we go. Look. He's actually going to smell this stuff. Do you get a pear?
Oh yeah. Pear, some citrus.
You get pear, John?
I don't get pear.
and you should. You should be whatever you
Rose, jasmine?
I actually taste a little bit. We were talking about the mold. And even before that, there's a little bit of mushroom to it.
Dr. John P. Berry
There's
is
a
in
little
back.
bit of like
a mushroom?
Mushroom, yeah. There's
Yeah.
a mushroomy.
And there is, and that's a great call. They sometimes use the word umami,
it's got that.
as well as a taste in there.
I never knew how to pronounce that, the umami. Because I've seen that. We had that South Korean. Yeah.
It is. It is. That's where it came from. A lot of people don't realize that.
Is that right?
Literally.
Wow, I didn't know
That's
that.
where it came from there.
From the University of Miami. Look at that. A couple of weeks ago, we did a South Korean soju, and it was mushroom, and it was really interesting because I didn't get any of that taste.
So one of the things I taste when I taste it.
Are we doing?
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Fine.
Konnichiwa. How do they toast in Japan? Do we know?
Got me.
Okay. Man, I should have researched that. You would think.
But the taste profile in here it's just so smooth. What I look for in wine, or I look for in sake and other things, is speed bumps. And what I mean by a speed bump is when it goes from the tip of the tongue to the back of the tongue all the way through, I don't want to be stopped and go,
Yeah, what was that?
what was that?
Yeah.
That's an interruption to me. When it can go from the front to the back and it's smooth, and I go, wow.
This is a wow.
That's a wow to me.
This is smoother than wine.
It is. Well, it is. And like I said, my wife loves this and drinks this. And listen, at 15% alcohol, it can deceive you quickly, and you won't know. Because high alcohol usually,
Of course.
gives you that this. It is just blended so perfectly to.
It's silky.
It is. It's a great way to put it. So one of the things I detect in it is coconut water. I don't know how many people have had a coconut in there. So it's different to me, but I get a little bit of that, that coconut as well. Tropical fruits inside of it as well. But again, it's what you taste. It is so smooth. It is like a baby's bottom. It is just
graceful.
absolutely
This is delicious.
Something. I like the word graceful because it is that. It's a grand dame of women. It's everything I want in a woman. It's just soft, subtle, beautiful, and sexy.
Yeah,
and,
there is no toasted banana in this one. I guarantee you. There's nothing like
I can tell you, I don't detect that.
Now, this bottle, just so you know, you can get the Assemblage 5 at truesake.com for $190. You can get it at tipsysake.com for $195, and maisonmura.wine has it for $195.
And I love Maison Muro. It's one of the great wine stores out there. Also,
Great.
Happy Wines is one of my favorite places.
Do they have
here.
it?
They have it and carry it as well at about the same price range. And
We love Happy Wines.
And it's one of my favorite places. I live in there.
The one in the Grove.
Yeah. No, the one on 8th Street right here.
Wow, I've never been.
Yeah.
You know, we always go to the one in the Grove for some reason because it's right next to Flanagan's.
But yeah, great.
The best Flanagan's. I mean, that's the.
So that's what I love. I love this IWA Sake, and he's just about to release the Reserve, which is just I've had it. I had it in New York, but it's being released to the general public in the next week here in Miami, and it is just outrageous. If you think this is good, wait till you try the Reserve.
Professional.
It is out of this world.
Alex Montague at Alex Fine Wine. Thank you so much for joining us on the Two Guys Talking Booze podcast.
It has been a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me. And I'm going to make like a jet and get out of here.
This guy's awesome. Thank you for joining us for episode 112 of the Two Guys Talking Booze video podcast, where we did an IWA 5 Sake Assemblage 5 Sake. Take care. Thank you.